Hey friends, it's time for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. That's when you give me specific questions and I give you specific answers. This is my favorite live of the week because I love to get into details. I'm ready to spill the tea. My name's Christiana Gaudet. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother. It's so great to see all of you here today. Special shout out to the members and the moderators, and thank you. I'm just getting here and I'm seeing that you, Jeannie Mnuchin, thank you for being a member, have helped out with a super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to get right over to Card Cam and let's get it going. Okay, this is like a full week, I think, of me doing lives with my trusty Wiser Tarot, but that's what we're doing, and here we are. So, let's see what we got. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. First up, Lisa Byroads. Thanks for being here, Lisa. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for being a moderator. Thanks for using members-only emojis. I am having a great day. Thank you. I hope you are, too. I have a big date coming up next weekend. I'm wondering how that will turn out. So let's take a look and see. All right, here we go. How will the date be? I think it'll be interesting. I don't know how well, like when you say date, a date can be a lot of things, but I think in the common vernacular, we're thinking a person and you are going someplace together with the hope of seeing if there's any romantic whatever. And what I'm wondering is how well you know this person to begin with. I feel like I don't think anything bad's going to happen here. But I'm wondering what about this makes it big? Why is it big? That's something I don't understand. So what I'm going to say is go without expectations. I do not think anything bad is going to happen on this date. I think it will go fine. But I wonder if your question was really more about, relationship potential, if indeed this is that kind of a date, which I'm assuming it is. And if we're looking for, if your question was not, how will the date going to go? How will the date go? How's the date going to go? Date's going to be fine, whatever. But if the question was really, is there some potential here in terms of the relationship? I have to say, be careful. You may find that this person does not reveal information. You may find this person is not respectful of women. Now, I think this person could be generous, hardworking, busy, and, could this mean this person is very fair-minded? Yes, but you can't have this and this in the same place and believe that. So I have questions. I have a lot of questions. So I think it's going to go fine, but definitely keep your discerning eye on this if you're looking for it to go somewhere. All right. Hey! Mixue or Michelle, thank you so much for the very generous super sticker. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And Lisa Byroads, if you have, because if you have any sort of qualifying statements regarding your question that would require clarification from me, go right ahead. Happy to do it. All right, Smile Soul 20, good afternoon to you. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for being a member. We appreciate you. The next questions here that I see, Jeannie Mnuchin. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. And thank you so much for the super sticker. Really, really appreciate it. All right. So, and it's a double question, but we'll do it for sure. I was offered a week extension for sign-ups or drop the workshop. Okay. So, which is better for that? Week extension or drop it? Totally up to you. I can make an argument either way. Totally up to you, your choice. Whatever feels best to you is good. No bad answer, no wrong answer here. But what you're really asking is, if I give it a week extension, will more people show up? Maybe, but totally up to you. Now, the next one, perform in the Puppet Slam tonight or stay home because I feel somewhat sick. So sorry to hear you're not feeling well. Let's see what we see with that. There's you performing in the Puppet Slam. There's you happily staying home. So with both of these questions, you can perform. You can perform and do great. You could also really benefit from staying home. So in this one, like, I want you to do the next one because you're like so ready to go. But if you want to stay home, I think that's fine. Seriously. All right, Yolanda, thank you so much for the generous super sticker. Really appreciate that. That is so kind. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Melissa, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Great to see you this week as well. Thank you. Is there a specific mantra, I should say, or area of focus with this new moon eclipse happening today? Let's see. That's definitely, or likely, that's likely to be a single card, unless it's a really boring card. But I bet I can come up with a mantra / focus in honor of this event today for you, Melissa, in one card. And yes, I can. And what a great card it is. Here it is. As the moon grows in fullness, so shall grow my awareness that I have allowed my own light to be eclipsed. And as the light returns to us today, may I remember that I have everything I need and all the time I need to create in my life everything that will bring me to my place of perfect blend and perfect balance. How about that? Do you like that? Tell me what you think. I like that for you. Tell me what you think. All right, Renata Quincalharius. I would like to know, how did Gabriel feel about our date? And what can I expect from him? Ooh, I like all these dating questions. So fun. Okay. The energy flowed. I think he felt the energy flowed. I think he's not sure what he wants to do next. I think he likes you. I'm not sure he's up for a relationship necessarily. So what can you expect from him? I would have zero expectations from him, I think, is really the key. Zero expectations. So I think it went well. I think he felt good about it, but I feel like he's not sure what he wants, and that could make you feel bad, except that's on him and it's not about you, so don't even let it bother you. That's where I sit with that. All right. Adriana Blanche, you're up next. Okay, Jillian is on her third try with IVF. Would she be successful this time? Man, I know how scary, expensive, heartbreaking all of that is. Potential for success this time around. Yeah, there's potential. There is absolutely reason to do this and absolutely potential for success. And the thing we need to recognize is that with each of these tries, they learned. And they are adjusting some procedural stuff to make this one a more likely success. So yeah. All right. Okay, Lisa, thank you for that feedback. The date and I have chatted for a few years online. I finally said yes to going on a live date. I've had doubts about anything romantic developing, looking for insight. Yeah, so from that perspective, and again, what makes that a big date? I don't get the bigness of this. From that perspective, Lisa, I'm like, what caused you to finally say yes to this after all of these years? So anyway, fine. I think it'll go fine, but be cautious and go without expectations. So yes, I'm very curious about after years what would cause you to say yes, especially given the fact that when I look at this person doesn't seem entirely honest or respectful of women. So I'm curious. All right. Santiago, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. In a reading I got in October, it could be a good month for love for me. I want to know what circumstances may I meet this man and how can I identify him? So, recognize good month for love. Like, what makes you think good luck for love translates into just one person, right? Very often, not always, but very often, when we see that, it's a good time to meet someone, it may be you're going to meet a lot of people. So let's take a look. What do you see? What do I see? What do we see? Whew. So that would suggest, the possibility of meeting someone. Oh my gosh, this is huge, Santiago. Really talking about the possibility of meeting something game-changing, someone you could marry, something really, really serious. Where are you likely to meet this person? Out and about. Could be through a friend, could be through an app, but, just through the normal means. Nothing remarkable about how you meet the person. And then how might we know a person who would be right for you? Given that you could meet a lot of people, how might we know that a person would be right for you? See, we don't even want to do that. We don't even want to do that because we don't want you looking for the one laser focus. We want you looking for the many, and then from the many, determine who's the one. Okay. Let's see what's up here. Nalini Kalu. So nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. What big breakthrough can I expect before this year is over? Okay. Honestly, I'm going to say on the, maybe more than one, on the personal growth front, on the romantic front, and on the creative front. All three of those areas, I think you can expect really great things. All right. Okay. Zoe Ruska, so good to see you here. Can't wait to see you at StarCon. Thanks for being a member. We really appreciate you. What's my biggest blocker to developing into my spiritual side hustle? All right. None. There is none. There is none. Oh, but maybe there's one. Oh, but maybe there's one. And I think it could be a part of you that is uncomfortable asking for your money. There could be a part of you that is uncomfortable advertising because advertising feels like bragging. And so how do you advertise authentically? So I think it's about, I think it's about being comfortable because like, you're good. You're talented. You're good. This is why I say, what block? But then that comes in and suddenly I see there is it might be some shyness. It might be some fear of sounding braggadocious when you're advertising. It could be not knowing what those skills are and how to get them. But I really think it's about marketing and asking for your money and recognizing you're worth the money. And some of that could be external things. Some of that could be internal things. I think it's about knowing what to say and how to say it and knowing the skill of how to do all of that. Does that make sense? Okay. Maria Baresi, so good to see you. Recently, I had a dream where my mother-in-law's sister, so is that like your aunt-in-law, right? Right? Was very agitated with me. She said she was trying to reach out to let Anthony know his Nana died of gastronomical cancer. How specific? Is there any validity to this? We've not spoken in over 3 years. No relationship. So let's see. Can you interpret this dream in that way? Not necessarily. And my question is, if this were true, what would you do with the information? I think there is something here, though. It was very, very hurtful, the way that Anthony has been separated from this side of his family. And that was through no fault of your own, Maria, none of your own. But it's been very, very difficult. Difficult for you, difficult for Anthony. And the advice here is to go ahead and tell Anthony about the dream. And if Anthony feels like he wants to try to reach out to that side of the family, he can. But I don't think that there's anything here like, is this a spiritually led dream? I'm guessing that this is more an emotional, psychological dream on your part because you're trying to heal from all of the trauma that was. And the idea of this person, not that I wish that death or any death on anyone, but that specific cancer of the stomach. And I mean, if it turns out to be true, that would be like a really cool psychic thing. But, I mean, not that she's dead, but the fact that this information came to you. But I'm really feeling like on a psychological level or on a deeply spiritual level for you, it's more sort of like these people said and did horrible things to you during a very difficult time. And, there is something about like, if something was rotten in this person's stomach, sort of this understanding that nothing that was done and nothing that happened was because of you. It's what was already rotten with her. That's my interpretation of it. Let me know what you think. Okay. Yolanda, you're up next. And thanks for being here. And thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. What can I expect career-wise with my job? Should I look for another opportunity? I'm a fan of like in an industry where you have the opportunity for growth. And if you're not super happy, I'm a fan of always like having that be just like a weekly thing. Like we're always looking for opportunity. And I'm saying that to everyone. Like, why wouldn't there always be an ongoing search looking for the better opportunity? I think that's just part of what it is. If you don't own your own business, I think that's just part of, unless you are super happy and super feeling like you're on the career track where you want to be, why wouldn't you always be looking? When I look at how the current job is going, I feel like you're learning. I feel like you're doing a good job. I feel like you're helping people. I think there's ways you might not appreciate specific policies or specific ways that people are communicating with you, but it feels friendly enough, good enough, so it doesn't seem terrible. It seems a lot better than what you've been through and other jobs you've had. Looking at like, should you be looking for another opportunity? Any place you go is not going to be perfect. I think you always look for another opportunity to see if you can get yourself into a better position. But right now, it does not feel like there's obviously anything better out there for you. So as I was saying in the beginning, just do the general, once a week cursory search just to see what's there, as all people should do. If you're employed and receive a paycheck, I feel like that should be a regular practice for everybody. But beyond that, no, I think you're good where you are for now. And I think you are actually, you're busy for sure, but I think you're doing super well. And I think you're quite well liked. So that feels good. Lisa Byroads, big because you finally agreed to go. And it's because he offered the right activity for a date. We're going to a Halloween masquerade ball at a haunted location. So I have so many questions. Let us know how that goes. Let us know how that goes. And let me just say, across the board, first dates, coffee in a public location only. My gosh. Be careful. Keep your cell phone on. Make sure you have a friend monitoring you closely. Not that I think anything terrible is going to happen, but that's a lot of time committed for a first date to be with this person that you don't know and have not liked enough to want to spend time with all of this time. So we'll be interested to hear the stories from that. All right. Okay. Joanne Ellis, you're up next. Oh, thank you. I want to say you were right about the Monday card and about me meeting friends. I walk in my previous workplace, spoke to people I've not seen for years. That's fabulous. I ended up applying for a temporary position and went for an interview. I got the time and dates, which means I'll be working 7 days a week until Christmas Day. That's fabulous. Thanks for letting me know. I love that. Exactly as the Monday card suggested. All right. So I'm going to do there's a question interspersed there, which is Yolanda for Jenna. I'm going to do that. Oh, Lisa, we all feel better now. You'll have friends there with you. Good. We all feel better. We want to know about it. And masquerade, we definitely want pictures. Good. So Joanne, I'm going to get to your question. I'm going to do Yolanda's next for Jenna. No, because it's Jenna, it's not double dipping because you're asking for Jenna. Why does my daughter hate me so much? Can I repair the relationship? So it's not entirely about Jenna, but the thing is, she doesn't hate you. That's not what we're dealing with at all. What you're dealing with is your daughter knows that you love her unconditionally, and so she can give you every bit of her teenage rage, rebellion, hormones, anger, all of it, and she knows you're still going to love her. There's not one other person on the planet she can do that with. It's not to say it feels good, but don't take it personally. All right. Now, so Joanne Ellis, I would like to ask the cards, will they give me shifts in the week rather than the weekend? I could do with the extra money. Should I just do what they give me? So will they give you shifts in the week as well? Oh, I think so. You show up and you're willing to work, they will give you plenty of work, plenty of work, plenty of work. Oh, yes, indeed. So good, so good, so good. All right, Liz Harrison, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. What will become of the situation with regards to my husband's family? Will his father Tom's secrecy come to light? Will he be held accountable? And will his siblings finally start to see it? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I don't even need to know the rest of this story to know that this is a heartbreaking story, and I am so, so sorry. Okay, here we go. Okay. Will his father's secrecy come to light? I believe so, yes. Yes, here we are, holding the light of truth. Yes, I believe so. Will he be held accountable? I'm not even sure what this would mean in this situation. I think that he gets a pass for pretty much everything, and I think you could have the truth parading down Main Street, and who's going to hold him accountable exactly? Will the siblings finally start to see it? I think primarily the siblings will see what they want to see. If it serves them to see the wrongdoing, they'll see that. If it serves them not to see it, they won't see it. But there's a lot of self-interest going on there. I think the person you married is really substantially different from the rest of his family, sort of a next evolution, if you will, and just celebrate that. Okay. Joanne Ellis, now I know what I know. Yeah, I get you. Absolutely. Hey, Kanchan Verma, Kanchan Moon, good to see you. How are you? I gave Kanchan a new name this week. For quite some time, my narcissistic mother was trying to trigger and gaslight me into making me feel bad over small things, even if it's that, food I crave. I keep ignoring her, but today I burst out because of her negative ways. To my surprise, on my birthday a few days back, oh, and there it is. I overscrolled. Give me a minute. Waiting. I'm sorry. Here it is. On my birthday a few days back, she tried to take the spotlight. Typical narcissistic behavior. trying to take the spotlight away from others on their big days, ruining big events. Typical behavior. Sorry, but it's true. Which I don't actually care, but I did notice the action and what she was trying to establish. Well, the sister goes back to her work after the mother feels as if she's overthinking ways to disturb people. What do you see? Well, I know what I know. If she's a narcissist, she's going to do that. That's not even about planning or thinking. But when I look at your mom, like, it's not that she plans it. It happens in the moment, really. Or she thinks it's the right thing without question. So this is just the behavior. And the question really, I think, Cancun, is like how to diffuse this. And like, honestly, I would be Googling on best ways to diffuse and disempower a narcissistic mother. That's what I'd be doing. But best ways for you to handle all of this, honestly, it doesn't matter. Like, if you engage, if you laugh, if you cry, if you do anything, you're feeding her. And that's what she's looking for. She's looking for that supply. She's looking to be fed. And so it really doesn't matter what you do. She's just going to react the way she reacts, and that's what she does. And that's why I think over time, you're aware that leaving the situation is ultimately going to be your answer. You know that. Hey, Persnickety, good to see you. Thank you. Melissa, I'm glad that worked for you. I know it. I know it was a lengthy one, but I'm glad that works for you. That's so good. Kathleen Patricia. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Thanks for being here. I've decided not to move out of the house I'm now living in. Perfect. Any advice would be appreciated. I recognize why, because I know you, Kathleen. I recognize why that's like a big deal. And the answer is good. Good. Lean into this is a new part of your life and we're going to do new things. And if you need to make money, find a way to make money. And just recognize we're in a different world now. Money's different. Everything's different. And just do it. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Okay. So Julie, so you had an interaction with a bunch of your pantheon. And you want to know what they're trying to convey. Now, it's not in my usual practice to try to speak for the gods. But, all right, you asked. They're trying to tell you that you have within you the ability to create everything you want to create in your life, and they're supporting you in doing it, and they're recognizing that you are doing some good things. Just that little thing. There it is. Alon, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Will A be convinced to get back together? And if yes, how long will it take? The thing is, even if you do get back together, and it could happen relatively quickly, the same stuff is going to happen. And so I think it's likely that, yes, there could be a reconciliation. But the key is you're going to have to do it, and my guess would be sooner rather than later, but it would have to be in a different way. You'd have to act in a different way. And, can that work? I don't know, but that's what it would have to be. So can you get back together? Yes. Can it be soon? Yes, but it would have to be substantially different from how it's been. Rishu, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Yes, I am doing well. Absolutely. All right. Rose, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. I love this question. What does my husband need from me more, support or sexiness? Well, and those things are not obviously mutually exclusive, certainly. But if you had to choose between the two, it's definitely the sexiness. And the sexiness is supportive. Okay, hey Claire, it looks like you... Claire C, it's good to see you. Oh no, I got you. Okay, I got my eyes everywhere. You know, and you know when I do that, I become very likely to skip someone, so let me attend to my business. But Claire C, I'm just excited to talk about your curved horns. I'm sorry, they sound really great. I want pictures. Ali Mammon, so good to see you. I've been swimming in a rut so long, it's comfortable now. I hate it when that happens. Yet I'm breaking through the surface. Am I making any progress toward my dream goals and the career I aim for and the life I'm working towards slowly? Okay, fair. Understood. Yeah, let's see what we got going on. Are you making actual progress? You are. You can't see it because you're in it. But I would say you are absolutely making progress and moving yourself forward. Is there anything you should do differently? Well, there is that rut part, the figuring out which part of the rut is actually a rut and what you can do about it. Because on the day-to-day, I don't think you're, in the day-to-day, I think you are working to move yourself forward. Some of the rut might just be that you're frustrated with how long it's taking. And then the thing to do is to recognize, it may be moving at a glacial speed, but it is moving. And then I would look at, honestly, if you're a magical being at all, and what are you doing here if you're not? I'd be working on, energy work to speed things up. I would be doing magic to speed things up. That's where I'd go. All right. Rishu, my question is, I'm waiting for someone to come back for the past couple of months or so. He plans to come back, but I don't know when. What do the cards say in terms of weeks or days, maybe? I think he really is planning to come back. I think it could be 3 or 4 weeks. 3 or 4 weeks. Zainab Ali. Does Muhammad Ali think I'm better than Amna? Yes. Actually, yes. Yes. Iva Morris, so good to see you. Thanks for being here. Glad to see you. I am feeling like a need to move. Do I stay or do I go? You go, but you do it carefully and specifically. You don't just run off all ramshod willy-nilly. You go, but you do it carefully. Mix you here, Michelle. It's so good to see you. Thanks for being here, and thank you again for the very generous super sticker. Really appreciate it. What do I need to know about the new queer bar that just opened a block from my house? Will it be a positive space for me? Man, of all things to open a block from your house, that is as cool can be. What do we need to know about it? It's new. You can be part of claiming it and making it whatever space you want it to be. You get yourself in there. You talk to the owners. Let them know, man, what are you? You're a singer. You're a tarot reader. You're all kinds of things. How can you be part of building this community? Not that you necessarily want to turn it into a workspace, but, I feel like you have an opportunity to really help be part of this, and this could be great. I'm just saying. Just saying. Hey, Sarah M., nice to see you. Thanks for being here. All right. CB Maz, good to see you. Happy solar eclipse to you. You're up next. Excuse me. So sorry. CB Maz, will I get the job and is it a good fit? So the particular job you are looking at, you may not get it. You may not get it. If you do get it, it's a marginal fit. So if you don't get it, you can be like, okay, dodged a bullet. Sorry, I don't love this for you. I'm sorry. Oh, good. Thank you, Michelle. I hope that wasn't too pushy of me. But I'm just all like, oh man, you get yourself in there and do the things. Be part of this. Okay. Morgana the Great, so good to see you. This is great. Not a conspiracy question, but a gossipy one. I'm all in. I am all in. Why did Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn break up? How does he feel about her now? Why did they break up? Oh, that relationship was toxic. And they thought, oh gosh, no. They broke up because that relationship sucked in a really bad way. Now, how does he feel about her now? I think he tries not to think about her. My guess is she may have been the one to initiate the breakup because of some behaviors of his. That's my guess. I could be wrong about that, but that's my guess. But I think he tries not to think about her. All right. Michelle F., it's so good to see you. Oh, Michelle F., you're up next. Persnickety, do you have some Claire abilities? Yeah, and I'm going to say this. Anyone who is out there as a professional tarot reader who does not have some of those abilities, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know, I mean, these cards will work interpretively for everyone, but if you don't have that intuitive psychic stuff also going on, and I suppose it doesn't have to be the clairs, it could just be really, really strong intuition, but past a certain point, what's the difference, really? So yeah, yes, I do. And yes, I assume that anyone who is out there reading and good at it has them as well, whether they claim them or not. And that includes all y'all who are reading, because the cards make you more psychic over time. Whether you were psychic or not to begin with, who knows? But over time, it happens. All right. Trey, did I skip you? No, you're right up after Michelle. You're next to me next. Or I'm on the penultimate one before you. Does that word work in that situation? I'm not sure. Okay, Michelle F. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. And thanks for your patience. My youngest has applied for a new job. Will she get the job? Any idea on when? Will she get this job she's applied for? Very likely yes, and very quickly. Yes, congratulations. Trey, you're next. Here we go. If I move forward on and end up finishing this book, versus if I decide to just not, what would make me happier? What would be the outcome of those two options? You know, I love these. I love these speculative predictions in different choices. I love this kind of a reading. So, if you finish the book, if you don't finish the book, you know, there is something about this particular book that is, there is something about this particular book. Let me make sure y'all can see here. Here you go. There. There is something about this particular book, Trey, that seems to reveal your personal secrets in a way that is going to be uncomfortable for you. And I don't know exactly how that works or what that is, but, you know, it's not about the process of writing that's the problem. It's about what it reveals. Now, if you could do this or reveal it in a way that allows you to maintain a certain amount of privacy, then it would be a very successful book and very good for you. So I think it has to do with the subject matter, not with the writing, not with your ability to write or finish a book or to write a successful book. It has to do with the subject matter and how it can be touchy for you. That's what I think. Okay, yeah, that's very true. So I think you've got to figure out, like, my advice, Trey, is to figure out how to do this work in a way that protects you and also promotes you, because it's a story worth telling. So there's all that. Okay. Zara, you are, I see you. You're at the bottom of the list. I will get to you when I get to you. Thanks for your patience. Yes, I did get CB Muzz. Yes, I did, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Rosemarie, good to see you. Do you know how soon I'll be able to move? And if so, will I be moving to another state? I think it's hard. I think something else has to happen. Like, just going the way you're going, it's going to be forever. Something else has to happen to make this move happen. And there is something else that can happen to make that happen. And then when you move, it will be to another state. Yes, yes. Okay. Lynn Collins, so good to see you. What an intriguing question. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Would it be wise to move forward with the possibilities with Kay? Yes. Whether or not this is a romantic thing or some other kind of a thing, a work thing, a friendship thing, I have no idea what kind of thing, but whatever it is, it looks really good. So yes, it is wise. Adrija Roy, so good to see you. Talking with a guy, T. I'm excited now. What do the cards say? Well, you're interested. I don't know. Do not get too interested too soon. I'm glad you're talking with someone. Make sure that you talk to other people too. Don't put all your eggs in this one basket. When I look at how T is, I feel like T might be another one of those that doesn't want to go out of his way. So I'm going to say be a little cautious. But I'm glad you're talking to someone, but keep meeting new people too. Yes, Michelle, really appreciate it. One of the things that is best about this community is y'all aren't just here in community with me, you're here in community with each other. And so thank you for being that person, Michelle. I really appreciate it. Okay, in the country. Is my girl Ellie a toy poodle in pup? I think in pup would mean like with child, like pregnant. Is that the question? I think it is. I do have a vet, but for fun, what do you think? Oh, Lynn, Kay is guitar guy? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm excited now. Way too excited. Are you going to make me like the greatest psychic in the world by making a prediction I've been making forever come true, Lynn? Maybe. Okay, anyway. So, Ellie the toy poodle. Ellie the toy poodle is very likely pregnant. Very likely. Why with death? Because death is a card that comes up for pregnancy because it's literally a change, right? Okay. Selma. Will the feminine divine grant me my wish desire? As long as you help, yes. Yeah, Rosemary, what needs to happen is a better job. I agree. And I think that will happen and that will make a difference. Okay. Sarah 88, good to see you. I'm buying a property. Any advice? Well, congratulations. And the advice is, obviously do all the things you're supposed to do, the appraisals, all the things. Work with all the right professionals to do all the things. And be clear about what kind of work is going to be required as you settle on a price. I think you can make this a good deal, but this reversal here is a little concerning. So again, I wonder if this property is really old, if it has a lot of history. I wonder if you have some personal connection to this property. Whatever that is, do the due diligence nonetheless, and all will be well. Okay. Hey, Trey Cameron, thank you for rejoining. We appreciate you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, who's up next? Baby Cakes, it's you. What should I do about D? He's quiet 2 weeks already. Should I wait for him to write? Should I write to him or should I forget about him? Is there an option for us to be friends? I find him weird and disrespectful. Will he write to you? I mean, when he's ready, I'm sure he will, but not in any particular time frame. Should you write back? If you want to, you can, but you don't owe it to him. Should you forget about him? I mean, if he comes back with a reasonable response, you can whatever. But I feel like you've seen what you need to see. Oh, Sarah, it's a new building, but maybe another building was there. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. But even with a new building, some things can be not done right. So make sure you get the inspection and all the things. Okay. Joyous Ocean, good to see you. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using members-only emojis. We will await your specific question. Okay, Cassandra, you're up next. It's good to see you. Will my boyfriend be back by our daughter's 2nd birthday? No guarantees. There are absolutely no guarantees. He will try, but no guarantees. I'm sorry. My mom has a question. Is he telling the truth that he's no longer seeing or together with S? I mean, in this one moment, yes, but we know how this person is. And we know, could say totally honestly, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. But then tomorrow, go and do it. So how much is that worth? Okay, Concepcion Espinoza, looking for a new and stable job. When I'm probably going to get news about that. It'll happen. It'll happen. I'm going to say 3 to 6 weeks it's likely to happen. Adrija, your question about T, I did already answer. So yes, it was visible, and yes, I answered it. So yes. Okay. Zoe, so looking forward to seeing you at StarCon. Leslie Jones, good to see you. How does GL feel about me? Let's take a look. Thinks you're smart, thinks you're very capable, but this is not like a close, this is not like a warm, close, or romantic kind of thing. Oh, and Iva, that move was related to a job. I thought so. Yeah, thought so. Okay, Jenny. No idea how to pronounce this person's name, so I'm not even going to try. I apologize for my lack of linguistic ability. But we want to know if this person is a liar. And I don't need to say the name to know. So let's see. Is this person a liar? This person is an opportunist who will bend the truth substantially to create the opportunity. So yes. Oh, baby cakes, you too have a wonderful weekend. Hey, Justine, nice to see you. Glad you're here. Thanks for being a member. Sometimes I feel like I'm still enduring my dark night of the soul. Is this true? Well, I mean, what is a dark night of the soul, really? I mean, it's an expression. That's for you to, that's for you to decide. I feel like I'm still enduring my dark night of the soul. Is this true? I'm really having trouble wrapping my head around a series of unfortunate events beginning with my surgery back in July. Some of these occurrences resulted from my direct but innocent actions taken with good intentions. I need to understand on what level did I consciously or unconsciously manifest this into my life, and how can I make sure this never happens again? Honestly, no. I would not say that you are drowning in some dark night of the soul. I would say you've been in an uncomfortable situation that, combined with many other factors, has become more catastrophic than it needed to be in your own mind. And so I will say that, is there spiritual significance to what's going on to be interpreted and understood? Absolutely, yes, for sure. Is there causation is there some causation manifestation that you did? No, don't go down that. No, I'm going to say decatastrophize is the key. You have been through real catastrophe. And there's an energy in your household that catastrophizes everything. Resist that energy. Resist that. Do not catastrophize. Justine, I'm just reading some of your further comments. Okay. Claire C., good to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. My Halloween costumes, in turn, includes a pair of tall, curved black horns. I look like the Princess of Pentacles in the Crowley deck. Is there a subconscious reason I was drawn to this headgear? Obviously, discs, of course, as you say later, yes. Is there a subconscious? I'm going to say yes. Yes, and I think it's spiritual, and I think you need to embrace it, because you want to be, even as you get older, you want to be in that princess, which is this page-like energy of constantly growing and constantly learning and constantly communicating. And with pentacles, that sense, or discs, that sense of grounding and being connected with the earth and protecting the earth. Oh, I think it's a beautiful thing, and I love it. And we want pictures. Yeah, Liz, my husband has distanced himself from his family because it's so toxic. His dad is involved in multiple scandals and they're playing out. And the Mormon church continues to back him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're good, Justine. You're fine. You're fine. Not to worry. You are all good. Okay. Linda, you want to know if you are William's type. Um, Not specifically. Not specifically. Might I mean, he might have some interest in you, but I'm not sure this is really a fit. No. Yeah, Kenshin, yes. Maybe relocation is the ultimate answer and I have to accept it. I think so. I think so. Okay. And going back to you, Joanne, will I get the job with the hours and days I need? Maybe not immediately, but ultimately, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. I feel regal in them. I bet. I cannot wait. I want pictures. Um, okay. And there's some great stuff for people looking for like surviving dealing with narcissists. There's some great stuff going on in the chat. Persnickety, good to see you. Persnickety, I'll be right with you. Trey, the reason why I had left membership is because I had to cancel my card because it was stolen, so nothing personal. I never took it personally. I know people leave membership for so many different reasons, and I always appreciate it when you can be a member. And for whatever reason, if you can't be, I still love you and you're still in the community. So thank you. And yeah, I know. Okay, so here we go. Persnickety. I have a legal issue. I'm sorry. Shall I compromise or stay on my current course? Obviously, a good question for your attorney, but I'll tell you what I see. Either is a good option. You could do well either way. Either is fine, really. Talk to the attorney, do what feels smartest. There is not a sense that you must do one, or if you do one a terrible thing is going to happen. There is nothing like that. Nothing like that at all. So I probably lean towards stay the current course, but either is fine, really. Okay. Okay, and Martha Vink is up next. I'm considering attending part of the United Methodist Church General Conference as an observer and supporter next May. It's both fun and painful as they vote on the sexuality issues. Should I go? Yes, you should. Because it is your family, you should go. And because if they're going to look you in the eye and vote against you, make them do that. Make them do that. Yes, go. Zara M. Will I find love and when? I feel like you've got some work you need to do yourself first. I feel like right now it would be much more easy for you to find infatuation and manipulation. And so I feel like there may be some self-esteem work you need to do and some work around ability to set boundaries. Then I think it'll be much easier to find what you're looking for. Okay. And we've got Dishy654. May I know how this month will be for me? It will bring some changes. It will bring some changes that will ultimately bring you some more stability, but it may not be fun. Okay, here we go. Hang on, sorry, just overscrolled. Okay, Joyous Ocean, yeah, you're definitely here in time. Okay, Lola Mannequin, good to see you. What does the future hold for me and the person I'm seeing? Hey, La Morena, good to see you. It's been forever. Hope you're doing well. Or as well as you can in these difficult times. Oh, Baby Cake says I'm always a voice of reason. Thank you so much. I'm going to tell my family that. Anytime they disagree with me, I'm going to be like, no, I'm a voice of reason. Try to be. Okay. Lola. I think there's some real confusion in this relationship right now. I think there's attraction. I think you want, you both want each other to be happy and successful, but there needs to be a lot more communication and some more time to pass before we can see the future. I do think there's potentially love here, so I think it could work. I really do. But I think we're still having that conversation. Okay. And just Joanne Ellis, regarding, so you're hoping to go, so you've already got that job, right? That's the job you went back to. And so let me make sure, Joanne, did I answer your question effectively? And Justine, a second question about a business prospect your friend has been bugging me about. You're having a conference call. Just be careful. Is this really a business prospect? I'm not sure. Be careful, listen, but don't let someone talk you into something that you don't want to do. And definitely take your time to think about it just in case. All right, from where I sit, I have now answered every question. It's last call for readings, y'all. If I accidentally missed you, I'm so sorry. Please do reiterate and let me know if you're here and haven't asked a question yet. By all means, now's the time. So this weekend, of course, right now, W Dave is happening. I'm speaking tomorrow. So I hope you're enjoying that. And if not, there's a link in the description to get your ticket. I see your question, La Moraine. I'll go back to CardCam in just a minute. Just reminding you that in the description, there's also a link about StarCon and a link to get a reading with me and a link to become a member of this channel. Okay, here we go. Okay. So Joanne Ellis, you haven't gotten your question answered yet. Go ahead and state the question there because I see a lot of statements. I haven't seen questions, and I've read on some of your statements because I thought they were questions. So give it to me in one comment, Joanne. Give me the question. Okay, Joanne, I had an interview. The hours and days are not suitable. That's not a question. Give me a question. Don't make me guess what the question is. And Joyous Ocean, I'm here, so you better get your question in. All right, La Morena. For my question, to simplify the most that I can, how do I make my group understand that from my point of view, see where I'm coming from, and to let them know I understand theirs and everything's okay? And Joanne, once again, if I take it, I'd be working 7 days a week. I think that's too much. That's not a question. If you have a question for me, please ask it. Stop giving me statements, because I'll read on those statements, but I have no idea what it is you really want. And I've been doing on more than one occasion today, reading on your statements. Ask a question, please. Okay. Now, La Morena, how do you work with this group? Girl, you just got to do you and be you and let them see you. And over time, they'll understand you. But I think you got to just lean into being you. All right. All right. Okay, Joanne, thank you. Will I get the hours I need from this job, this particular job? Because you talked about a job that you were going back to that sounded like the job that you had worked at for a long time, but then I'm not sure. But we're just going with the question you gave me. Will you get the hours you need? Yes, absolutely yes. And, agree to take what they give you. And I think they'll give you what you need over time. I really do. Absolutely. Okay. Joyous Ocean. Here we go. ZM, I didn't see you ask any question before, so yeah, go ahead. Oh, good, La Morena, that's fabulous. Okay, Joyous Ocean, I went on date 5 with G. Is there hope? I mean, yeah, depending on what you want. I mean, I just don't think you're that into him. I mean, I think you need to be asking yourself this question. I think this guy, G, likes you well enough, but I don't think there's enough there. So you tell me. Okay. Oh, did you just come in you came in with a different name to ask another question. You were Zara and now you're Z. At least you're honest about it. How do you improve your self-esteem and boundaries? You don't need the cards for that. Get a good therapist. Seriously, that will help. Okay. Sarah Farr, when do I get a new job? Honestly, I feel like you'll have a lot of offers even within the next 2 months. I don't know if you're going to want any of them though. But I would say sooner rather than later, and there will be offers. Okay. Okay. Need to change your name. That's good, Z, no problem. All right. All right. My friends, I want to thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Take really good care. I'm available for readings. I've got some availability later today and tomorrow. You can schedule your reading by using the link right in the description right here. And you can also get your StarCon ticket, so go do that. My friends, thank you so much. Take really good care.